going on, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about Cronos. As you guys can see, Cronos isn't doing the best out of everything, but it is up 5.3% in the last 24 hours. We're going to talk what I see coming up next here for Cronos. Anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's get straight into it. So the first thing that we can talk about are the numbers. As you can see, I mentioned before, only 5.3% in the last 24 hours. Down 9% in the last, well, technically 10% in the last 7 days and 33% in the last 30 days, but it's still up 96% in the last year. One thing I don't like is that the trading volume is so low. 32 million in trading volume, but there's 5.5 billion in volume. That just kind of tells you, and it shows you, like, the people in Cronos are solid. Like, they're not selling. Like, they're buying their Cronos and they're holding their Cronos. And let's speak on, people talking about holding Cronos. Actually, before we do that, remember, guys, go ahead and become a member of the channel. And this person from the members has asked me to do a video on Cronos. So here I am doing this video on Cronos. So guys, go ahead and join. In any project that you need me to go over, I will go over for you, as long as it is not some type of scam coin or some type of low cap scam coin or some meme coin. Well, I'll do meme coins, but they can't be scam coin low caps, right? That's pretty much what I'm avoiding. But anyways, it's only $9.99 per month, and you'll probably make the money back on the first month. But let's talk about Cronos, because as I said before, we have some stuff brewing up here in Cronos. But we have people talking about the whole Trump thing. So first thing was from this person. He says, what happened to the $5 billion that was allocated to buy and support Crow? Crow has already lost all the gains from the Trump partnership announcement. And then this is what the guy posts. As you can see here, this is the post that Chris from Cronos or from crypto.com posted. And then this is also another post someone posted. This person says, it seems no one is paying attention to Boss Chris at all. $5 billion line of credit from Yorkville to, yes, you guessed it right, acquire even more Cronos, buys exceeding the total market cap. But see, we need to see the numbers. We need to see money flowing in. If they really do put in $5 billion, then Cronos should be worth $10 right now. Well, not $10. It should be worth 30 cents. It should be worth 30 cents. It should be worth $10 billion market cap. 30 cents. So that's what it should be at. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what's going on with that, but Cronos definitely needs help. The trading volume is extremely low. But let's look at this, because as you can see on the charts here on Cronos, we actually have a bearish expanding triangle, and we have this throughout a lot of the altcoins right now. A lot of the altcoins have a bearish expanding triangle. So what do I see next for Cronos? Well, I'll mention this. It did briefly touch like 7 cents. But I don't know if I would consider that like dropping down to 7 cents. And then it did briefly break out of this this bearish expanding triangle, right? It briefly broke out of it here. But notice how it's back inside of the same pattern. So we really have to watch this pattern, because this pattern has been here since 2023. This is one of the rare cases. Like, Cronos has been in the same pattern since July of 2023. Right? The bull market started in January of 2023. Cronos has been in the same pattern. So my thoughts are this. I think by the end of this rally, possibly sometime by the beginning of next year, we should be back up here with Cronos, back up around 30 cents, right? I know a lot of people are probably like, no, it's gonna go up there before then. Look, the year's almost over at this point. Is there a possibility that it can just start running? Yeah, it's possible. But typically when we have big sell-offs like this, there's always some type of consolidation period, right? You can consider this the consolidation period. You can consider it this. It typically doesn't just dump and then immediately go back up, right? It doesn't do that. It doesn't typically do that. So what we're looking for is like some type of consolidation, maybe even a stronger pullback back to the trend line here. And then some type of pump, right? But see, then if this happens like that, now we're in 2026. Now we're in January 2026. So it's kind of hard to track what's going on right now in the crypto market. Like, things are crazy right now in the market. Things are going crazy. But what we are seeing currently, We are seeing a lot of selling pressure here on the MACD. This is the weekly chart, by the way. Then we're also seeing a pullback here on the percent R trend exhaustion. So it's like halfway pulled back here. So it does kind of show us that we should go back a little bit more. And it's kind of looking like a pullback all the way down here could happen. And this could actually pull back faster than expected, right? Let's say it does something like that, right? Let's say it pulls back, and then let's say trade sideways. Well, a lot of people really want this market to take off, so maybe it doesn't even get that low, and maybe it takes off soon. But what I'm looking at, the selling volume that's starting to come, I mean, I don't know. I feel like this thing has to pull back a little bit more. It's just what everything is seeming like in the market. Like literally everything is looking very, very bearish right now. But usually when it's looking very bearish like that, you can randomly have a pump inside the market. So remember that we can randomly have like some type of event that turns everything around. But yeah, this is the daily chart. You can see the percent R trend exhaustion is showing the long-term trends kind of curving upwards a little bit, and short-term trend. So there could be a short-term pump to the upside. So I'll keep you all updated on that. And then on the MACD, you can see on the daily chart, the selling is kind of slowing down here, looking a little bit oversold on the daily chart. So I don't know. We'll see. It looks like we should have some a nice pump coming in, but that could easily be invalidated and followed by a pullback. So let's hope for the best here with Cronos. But I think overall Cronos is still bullish. I'm still pretty bullish on Cronos. I know it might not sound like I'm bullish on Cronos, but like when you look at the wider view, right? When you open up this to a wider spectrum, at least by 2027, Cronos should be like at $1. And I know this sounds bad because people want to see Cronos at $1 2025. They want to see Cronos at $1 2026. But just know, like, if that happens, like, that would have to be a very fast move. Like, look, this line right here is already at February in 2026. That would have to be a very fast move for Cronos to get to $1. Actually, would have to go straight up. And we know things don't just happen like that in crypto. And look, even where this is right here, this is August 1st. Where this line is right here is August 1st. But it doesn't look that far off from where we are now. So pretty much what I'm saying is and that's August 1st of 2026, by the way. What I'm saying is there's a possibility that the top of this crypto market, I don't want to say it, the top of the crypto market could be in. There is a possibility. Or there's a possibility that we're about to have a huge pump. It could only be those two choices. The top of the market is either already in, or we are about to have a huge pump. And you're probably gonna see Cronos have a huge pump to like up to $1 plus. So there's only two options at this point. Like only two. So I'm gonna keep you guys updated on this. This is still a bearish signal here, the bearish expanding triangle. But even though we have a bearish expanding triangle, I'm still bullish. And I'm still bullish here. Because like we already hit the bottom of it technically. So technically we could start just, recovering from here. Because if you come back to the weekly chart, you can kind of see like, even on the daily chart, you might be able to see it easier. But yeah, we hit the chart down there. So technically we should start going back up to the upside soon. But there's still that possibility of pulling back to this 8-cent area. So keep that level in your mind. Keep the 8-cent, well, the 9/8 cents level in your mind. Because there's a possibility that it could pull back there before the next breakout. And there's also a possibility it could still break out now. So even though we have a bearish expanding triangle here, I'm still bullish. That is my thesis on it. So for the member here, yes, I still like Cronos, and Cronos is very cheap at 15 cents. Let me tell you that. And if it pulls back to 8 cents, it's going to be even cheaper. So if you see it go back to like 8 cents, 9 cents, even 10 cents, definitely, scoop you up some Cronos. But yeah, this is pretty much all I got for you guys today. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Go ahead and become a member of the channel. It's only $9.99 per month, and it helps support the channel a lot. And I'll go over any crypto project or stock market stock that you guys want me to go over, as long as it's not some type of low cap scam coin or some type of scam penny stock, right? I'll go over any crypto for you guys and do a whole technical analysis on it. So go ahead and become a member. You'll probably make that money back in the first month. But yeah, shout out to everybody out there. And as always, I'll be back with another video.